Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? I see a lot of people starting to join in here. Everyone can do me a favor, either do a thumbs up, click, or reply with yes that you can hear me, can see the screen. All right, amazing, amazing, perfect, perfect. So thank you all so much for being here. Um, as always, I always like to know we have registrants from all over Canada, all over the U.S. Please drop your city, where you're from. I always like to know and see where people are attending from. So drop your city, drop your name. Atlanta, Toronto, Victoria, BC, California. All right, we're nice spread out here. Perfect. Fort Lauderdale, sunny Florida. All right, amazing. So as always, we do like to keep these webinars short and sweet, and just want to provide you the most value in the most efficient time as possible. So this webinar specifically, I'm very excited about because I have conversations every single day with clients and members about this exact topic. Realtors and clients ask me every single day, how can I rank on Google? How can I be number one on Google? It's the most common question and the most common conversation I have. And in a nutshell, it's all about using neighborhood and community specific pages to get organic search traffic. And it's much easier than you think. Now, that's what we're going to get into. Before we get into it, though, for those who don't know who we are, quick introduction. My name is Costa Panagoulias. My partner Razak Khan is on the call as well. We are the co-founders of Web for Realty. We have over 10 years of experience in real estate technology specifically. We've assisted well over 10,000 realtors not only start their business, but grow their businesses successfully. We're the host of the Top Agent podcast. This is a nationally ranked real estate podcast where I personally interviewed hundreds of the most successful realtors in the world to extract their ideas and insights and what works for them. And in addition to that, we not only have we not only from the real estate agent's perspective, but from the buying and selling perspective as well. We both own real estate. We've been involved in buying and selling transactions. So we also have a deep understanding of what your clients want and expect from a real estate agent as well. So that's a quick little intro on us. Now, the breakdown of this webinar is going to be as follows. Again, we like to keep it as tight and short and sweet as possible. So I'm going to give you some very important stats on Google search results that a lot of people don't know about, but is very important, very, very relevant for you to know. I'm going to show you a real life example of one of our members that is using this strategy specifically and how it's working for them. And we're actually going to go ahead and create a community specific page on a platform to show you how quick and easy and effective it is. And of course, at the end, we're going to open it up to a Q&A. So if you do have any questions along the way, feel free to please just post them in the chat, and we'll do our best to get to all of those as well. All right, first things first. So real estate is very competitive. We know this, right? These are approximate numbers from what I've gathered, but about 1.5, 1.6 million realtors in the US, over around 200,000-ish around Canada. Once you break it down into regions as well, it gets even more competitive. For example, there's over 60,000 realtors just in the Toronto area alone. So naturally, you have to think about how you're going to get an edge. How are you going to stand out in this sea of competition out there? So again, in this webinar, we're going to talk about how to leverage community-specific content to easily gain organic search engine traffic that not only attracts leads to your website or traffic to your website, but attract leads as well. And that's what it's all about. And I'm going to show you a real life example of a Web for Realty member implementing the strategy, the results it's generating, which is incredible. So let's dive in. One important stat to know here about SEO, specifically in Google, that are relevant to what we're going to be talking about today. So the first result on Google, now when you type in a query in Google, the first 3, 4, or 5 results are going to be ads. So I'm talking about the organic results underneath the ad. So the first organic search result gets about 28% of traffic. So the first search result under the ads gets about 28% of all traffic for that keyword. Now, what's interesting, after the first result, the click-through rate of the results drops pretty dramatically. So you can see from 28% of the clicks, the first result, second gets 15%, third gets 11, and down. So even dropping from the first result to the second or third, you might not think it makes an impact, but the consequence is actually pretty massive. You know, for example, if it's, let's say, 1,000 impressions per month for a particular keyword, the first result is getting about 280 clicks. So if you drop to third, you're only getting about 110 clicks. So you're losing a good chunk of traffic. So dropping positions is a pretty big deal for sure. So definitely means a lot to be and remain on top of the first page or near the top of the first page for sure. Now, I want to show, for practical purposes here, I want to show a real example here, something that everyone can surely relate to. So quick and easy, simple to understand example. We're going to use just the Toronto area as an example here. So remember, we know that the first result on the organic page gets about 28% of the traffic. So this is a common search term, Toronto homes for sale, which you can see. This is a high volume keyword. So you can see the volume there showing at 3,200 approximately searches for this specific keyword per month. Now, on the left side here, you're going to see keyword difficulty. It's showing 48. So not to get too technical here, this is using SEO software, but any keyword difficulty that's 30 plus is generally pretty hard to rank for. You know, it's almost impossible to rank for organically if you're that high. This is showing at 48. So you're fighting a very steep uphill battle that truthfully is not even worth fighting for if you're an individual realtor. It's very, very difficult. So let's see what happens when we change that to a community specific example. So instead of Toronto homes for sale, this keyword phrase here is Rosedale homes for sale. So Rosedale is a community in Toronto. So you can see a couple of things here. Now the keyword difficulty is showing 3. So this means it's very low. This means that it's actually very easy to rank on the first page for this specific keyword. You can also see the volume is at 400 per month for this particular keyword. So it might not seem like a lot, but it's very targeted and very specific visitors that go to this website. So for example, if you're number 1 for this particular keyword, we know 28% get the first result, or 20% of people click on the first result. You're getting about 112 targeted and very specific visitors to your website. And even if you're number 3, you're getting about 50 targeted visitors to your site that you can possibly attract. So the results are very, very meaningful and potentially very impactful, as you can see, if you really niche it down and break it down to community specific keywords. And, you know, I don't know about you, but I would much rather have fewer, very high quality visitors to my website than high volume, you know, non-relevant visitors. So hopefully you can see with this, you know, quick insight here, inside look, you can hopefully see there's so much opportunity and potential and so much value in targeting very niche down targeted communities for SEO benefit. So now, how do we apply this to your website? So, you know, I'm going to show you an example here. Let me just switch this up and share my screen. So first thing, right, everyone has a generic MLS search page on their website. Most people here, I'm assuming, have a website. You probably do have an MLS search page where people can go on and search. It's great to have, for sure, but it's not going to help you get organic traffic. But what is going to get you, which I'll show you right now, is through niche community listing pages. So let me switch this up to share my screen. All right, can everyone see my screen here? Quick thumbs up. All right. All right, so this is an example of one of our Web Realty members, TorontoCondoTeam.com. Probably one of the best sites I've seen for building very specific community level content. I know firsthand the results this member gets is phenomenal, just the organic traffic, the leads, almost every single day. So you can see a few things here which they're doing. You can see there's a sub page here of neighborhoods. There's a bunch of neighborhoods in the Toronto area that they've broken it down with. I'm just going to use Regent Park here as an example. This is another community in the Toronto area. So you can see the layout of this page, right? It's very clean, inviting, has a nice image of the community, the text, of course, the heading text. There's content about the community here. This member has even broken it down, which even better, I'll show you the results of this as well, but breaking it down by address, which is even more impactful for SEO, and it's much easier to even rank for this type of content as well once you break it down even more granular than the community, such as 55 Regent Parks, and let's actually use that one as the example. So 55 Regent Park, so you can see they've broken it down like this, and I'm going to show you the SEO part of it too. So for 55 Regent Park Boulevard, for this search term, 55 Regent Park Boulevard, as you can see here, that address search gets about 500 impressions. So about 500 search results, or people are searching for that address, that search term per month. And you can see the keyword difficulty is 0. This means that it's very, very easy to rank for this keyword. Now, to show you real time here. So I'm going to Google 55 Regent Park Boulevard. So 55 Regent Park Boulevard, right into Google. And you can see second result is this example that I'm showing you, this Toronto Condo Team website. It's number 2 on the results, as you can see right there. So right there, you can see it's number 2. We know it gets about 500. The search volume is about 500 per month. The second result, as we know from that chart previously, gets about 16% of the traffic. So that means this member here, this Toronto Condo Team website, gets about 80 plus 90 organic, highly targeted visitors to their website that they might be likely converting to leads. So that's a page right there. So that's how they created it, with the address, some content, map, some information. And the key thing here, of course, is to filter by the listings, which is obviously adds to the value to the page. So being able to filter the listings on specific pages for this particular address, which that's what I'm going to show you right now and next. So to actually create a page like this and how to do that. So let me show you. Let's get into that. So into the dashboard here, this is the Web Realty dashboard, the portal to manage your website. I'm going to do a quick example here on one community. So into Page Manager is where you would manage your pages and your content. So I'm going to create a community-specific page on my test website here and show you how simple, easy, and effective it could be to create these pages. So I'm going to add a page. I'm going to, again, use that Rosedale example. So Rosedale detached homes. I'm going to create a page, Rosedale detached homes. So again, Rosedale is that community in the Toronto area. I'm going to filter that page to just show detached homes in Rosedale and try to make it as pretty as I can, given the time here. All right, so here's the page. I'm going to try and mimic that Regent Park page from that client quickly here. So first thing I'm going to do is, let me just get rid of this. So I'm going to add a section. I'm going to go 50-50 on the layout. On the left side here, I'm going to add some text about Rosedale. It's obviously highly recommended you add your own text. It's not good to copy text from elsewhere. It's good to make sure that text is unique. This is just a quick example. I just got this text from online about Rosedale. So I'm going to quickly add text there. On the right side, I'm going to add, let's add a map on Rosedale. So I'm going to drag the map widget. I'm going to go Rosedale, Toronto. Let's update that, and hopefully that directs me to Rosedale. Perfect. Now you can adjust some settings here with the map, but again, just for example purposes. All right, so there's some text. The map is there. I'm going to add another section here with a gallery. So let's add some dynamicness to the page here. I'm going to add an image or images. So you can add a single image or a gallery. I'm just going to add a quick gallery here. I've already played around with it, but you can add some photos to the gallery. I'm going to update some settings here. Okay. So there's the gallery. And most important part here, right? Listings. So very important that you have a good IDX system on your website that allows you to filter listings based on different parameters and different criteria. And it should be as flexible as possible, which I'll show you right here. So I'm going to add listings content here. So I'm going to drag in the listings. So here is where it gets fun, right? So listing type, you can filter by type of listing. So I'm just going to show, in this case, residential. I'm going to remove rentals. Here you can filter by city, by community, by address, which could be very great. So in this case, again, Rosedale, I'm going to find the Rosedale community, which is this, Rosedale Moore Park. Advanced filters. So here you can get even deeper with the filters. You can filter by postal code, type of property, style, what's in the description, by keyword, price, etc. So in this case, remember the page is called detached, Rosedale detached homes. So I'm going to filter this by type of property. So I'm going to uncheck all. So you can see all the options here, right? So you can theoretically create pages for all kinds of stuff, like, you know, cottage filters, duplexes, triplexes for like investments. So there's so many, you can get very creative with the pages and the filters. So again, in this case, I'm going to show detached. That's all I'm going to actually throw in semi-detached as well. All right, so I created those filters. I'm filtering by community, residential, for sale. In this community, only going to show detached. And there's additional settings here which you can filter and play around with as well. But again, just for example purposes, I'm going to put that up. I'll show you what this looks like in a second. Last piece of content, obviously you want a call to action on your website. So I'm going to add a quick contact form. So you can add a form just like that. You can select a form. There's a lot of pre-built forms that we can add, but the amazing option you have as well, you can add your own custom forms or create your own custom forms. So if you want to ask for certain types of information, you can do that quite easily as well. So I'm just gonna, just for example purposes, add this form. So I'm gonna say, title it, contact me to learn more about Rosedale. Okay. All right, so here's a page. I'm going to save it, show you what it looks like on the front of the page or on the front end. So here it is. Rosedale Detached Homes has a nice H1 tag, which is good for SEO. Has the content here, a map, you know, got a gallery here, which you can, you know, use photos, customize the look of that gallery, but that's quickly what I created there. And then the listing. So yeah, this is the filter of the listings we created. So it's just showing homes in Rosedale that are detached, you know, so people can go ahead and search. This site is enabled with VOW, so it allows you for more lead generating capabilities as well. So for people to access all the listings, they'd have to register and sign up to your website. So more call to action there. and of course that contact form, which we just added as well. So that's a quick example of how quickly and how easily it is to create and add community neighborhood specific content on your website. We already showed you the value, the keyword difficulty, which means how easy it is to actually rank, hopefully number one, if not the first page, number one for very specific community content. I showed you that example from that other client here, 55 Regent Park. For this particular page, he's ranking number 2. The volume was 500. So that's the webinar. That's how simple and easy it is for you to rank number 1 on Google. I'm going to leave it at that. Does anyone have specific questions at all? Question, how can we find the keyword difficulty ranking? So great question. I'm surprised no one else asked that, but the tool I was using, there's a lot of SEO tools out there. If you just Google, SEO tools, like there's literally dozens of them. This particular one is called arefs.com. I can post it here. I'll just post it in the chat. So that's one of the tools. There's a lot of SEO tools that you can find that allow you to find and learn all this SEO information, which is pretty important. A lot of big marketers, big brands use tools like this. So if you're able to get tools like that, you can definitely use it to your advantage. This is recorded, so yes, as long as you're registered for this webinar, you will get an email recording. Janice, great question about copy and pasting. So do not do that, right? This is definitely for copyright purposes. You should not copy and paste any content from other websites or get images from Google. Your content should be unique. Your images should be licensed. So use a stock image website where you can either purchase images or use your own images. So be very careful with copy and pasting from different sources. And there's also no benefit to that on search engines. Google doesn't like duplicate content, so it should be as unique as possible. Roy, question. So what about if you deal with specific real estate? Can you create a page, vacant land? So yes, let me go back here and show you. Remember the filters on the listings. If I go back and edit this listing section here. So in this example, I was just showing detached and detached. So here's an example for vacant land right here. So if I just check that, so you can update this filter to another community and filter it by vacant land. So these are all the options here. Obviously, it varies depending on which MLS you're from, because all these fields aren't the same, but the general idea is the same. So there's a vacant land option there. Christine, we do offer service, right? We do. The question is, sorry, can you customize our websites for us, or are you just instructing us on how to do it ourselves? So we created this platform, which makes it extremely easy, as I just showed you, for you to do it yourself. We encourage all of our members to go in, manage, utilize the tools very easily on your own or with your team. Or with that being said, we do have client success managers. Each of our members is assigned a client success manager. So if you need help, you want us to take that off your hands, we definitely do offer a service. It's a very common service we provide with creating these neighborhood listings pages, which you can always email us and we can help out with that. All right, any other questions? All right, great. I think we'll leave it there. Again, whoever's registered will get this recording. If you came in late or whatnot, you will get an email with the recording. So that's it. As always, you do have my contact. For anyone interested, wants to learn more, webforrealty.com is where you can go. I'm also dropping this, forgot to mention, there is a exclusive offer we do provide to webinar attendees. If you are interested in learning more, using our website, we do have an exclusive webinar promo just for webinar attendees. So if you can click on that link, which I just posted, claim offer, you can take advantage of that as well. All right, amazing. Well, I hope you guys all found this very useful. Best of luck, and I hope to see many of you on the first page of Google for your neighborhoods and your communities. And best of luck. All right, take care, everyone, and see you soon.